me while I've been sleeping again. You're a dead man.
I just wanted to watch you. You're beautiful when you're asleep.
I know, it's the only time my mouth's shut. I've had a pound for every time I've heard that line.
I see you're still a right old misery in the mornings.
Of course I'm miserable. Who wouldn't be waking up in this filthy, stinking rat hole? No offence, I know it's your own.
Well, it's going to be your own from now on, isn't it, Miss Iron Mighty?
Not while there's tower blocks to jump off.
Darryl won't have you back.
I'll worm me way in once the dust settles.
No chance. You belittled the man cancelling that pool he'd set up.
So his pride's hurt. No one died, for God's sake.
Only because you got out of the house before he got to you with that baseball bat. Why don't you come and live with me? I'd really like it.
And I'd really like to know what they mean by well hung. But I guess you'll both be disappointed.
Just give it a chance. We could be cosy here. There's everything we need. Bed, table, chairs.
Chair?
But there was only one in the skip. But there'll be other skips.
Nice quote. Remember to use that when Hello come round to do their feature on you.
I'm telling you, things are on the up for me. I've got my career.
Career? You're using that word in its broadest sense, are you? Only I don't think I've ever heard it applied to a 37-year-old trainee pizza delivery boy before.
Oh, that's right. Put me down. Different last night, though, wasn't it? When you wanted me to give up my bed for you. Couldn't have been nicer.
Of course. I was using you. Like you used me all the years we were married. Not very Barbara Cartland, I know, but it works for us.
You're a hard-nosed cow.
I'm sorry, Chris. I know you're lonely, but let's face it. We're never going to be the happy couple, are we? There's always going to be the touch of Di and Charles about our relationship.
Don't suppose you fancy a shag, Di?
Up yours, big ears.
We've got the paper. You'll have to get your own breakfast. I've got to get to work. We're starting a new Paul's job today. Oh, and I've left you a tenner on the side in case you need it.
Ah, that's my pocket money, is it?
Yeah, well, you was a good boy last night. 3 times.
Nice to know I'm good for something.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Yeah, look at me. I'm 40 years old. I'm relying on you for handouts. You got my manhood in that purse of yours.
Good job you told me. I wouldn't have wanted to put that out when I was paying for my paper.
I'm a joke and a half, and I...
You've only been out a few days. You'll get back on your feet soon.
Yeah, doing what? I've got no qualifications. I tried to contribute. I set up that pool job. Your sister threw it back in me face. I am the man of the house. I ought to be the breadwinner.
No one worries about that these days. There's plenty of other ways you can help out. There's the washing, the ironing.
Let's get me a pink apron and change my name to Mary Ann, shall we?
This is all Sharon's bloody fault.
Tracy, this is silly. I'm entitled to come in and get the rest of my clothes.
I've put them all in black bags and left them by the bins for the woman from the charity shop.
What? It's all right, she hasn't been yet.
Yes, she has. She didn't want them.
Tracy, stop it. Can't you hear that cracking sound?
Stop the door frame. You're not coming in.
It's not the door frame, it's my hip. Trace, I can't live at Chris's. It's full of bacteria. And I have to sleep with one eye open and my knees shut in case the biggest germ in the room tries to slip his hand down my pyjamas. I realise you and Darryl are still a bit upset with me. I know I can't move back straight away. So back this afternoon. Tea time if you prefer.
No way. You went behind my husband's back.
Only because he went over my head.
That was no excuse to be underhand.
Can we stop referring to body parts? There's only the rude bits left.
And you're talking out of one of them.
Right. If I can't move back, I want an advance out the business for key money on a flat.
No.
May I remind you that I own half our firm?
And may I remind you that I am the sole signatory on the business account and you can't touch a penny unless I say so.
Why do I agree to that?
Because you know what you're like. Even you know what a greedy, untrustworthy cow you can be.
Fair enough, yeah.
You know you've helped cut off Daryl's manhood, don't you?
I think I would have remembered that, Trace.
Thanks to you, he's having to rely on me for handouts and he hates it.
He's pathetic! If he was a man, he'd do what needs to be done and go and get himself a job.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, all right.
That's what he needs, a job. And we ought to be the ones to give him one.
No. No, no, no.
He just needs a kickstart, something to boost his confidence.
Well, labouring for us won't do much for his self-esteem.
Not labouring. I'm talking about something more at board level.
The only board we've got, we iron on. Say what you mean.
All right, I want him to run things for a while.
Oh, my God, you're serious? Why not make Chris our accountant? Then we can go bust in 1 week instead of 2.
Daryl's run a business before.
Oh, yeah. Stubbs, Nixit and Scarpers.
His conservatory business was legit and always made a profit.
Oh, yeah, of course it did. Because twice a year we used to launder 100 grand's worth of stolen money through it. Yorkshire Water could look competent in those circumstances.
Let me make it easier for you to say yes. If you don't agree to Daryl taking over, you don't get your flat money. This is not a good time.
How right you are.
Oh, dear. That mirror on your wall been mentioning Snow White again, has it?
My divorce is getting nastier by the minute. Marcus is actually challenging me for custody of the house. The man is implacable. 2 sugars, Sharon. 25 years of marriage and only now does he manage to stand firm. You've got to help me. I'm all alone.
So at times like this, I bet you wish you had kids.
Yeah, great bargaining chips.
I think what Sharon meant is there'd be a great source of love and support.
No, I meant as a single mum, she'd stand more chance getting a council flat. Still, it'd probably be one of those hard-to-let places. Not allergic to asbestos, are you?
Shut up, Sharon. I desperately need leverage. Now, Marcus has no clue that I know all about his bit on the side and their little love child. Now, that is his Achilles heel. If I can dig up some dirt on the slut, then I can threaten with dragging their sordid little affair through the courts if he does not give me terms.
Does this other tart know about you?
Are you kidding? I am probably their favourite form of light entertainment. My photograph stuck up on the television, and I can guess which one it is too. The ghastly one taken at the Royal Garden Party where I'm standing next to Princess Margaret wearing an identical frock. Looks like one of the Beverley sisters has died.
Well, you've got this picture of him, her and the kid. Why don't you just confront him with it?
No, I want more. I want to hit him with a full dossier and watch him squirm and wriggle on the hook like the maggot that he is.
My God. Listen to you. All the times I thought about divorcing Chris, it never occurred to me how bitter and malicious and what downright fun it could all be.
Well, it ain't going to be difficult to find her. All you got to do is hang around outside the kids' school and wait for her to pick him up.
Yes, but which school, Tracy? I can't wait outside every school in the southeast. I'll still be searching when I'm 45.
The name of the school is on the kid's sweatshirt. Hey, look there. Can't you see it? Look. It says St Mary's Woodford.
Thank you, Tracy. I can read. St Mary's Woodford. Hang on. St Mary's? That doesn't sound very Jewish. My God, Marcus's trollop is a Catholic. This could kill his mother.
Not in the lounge, Daryl.
It's my house too, you know.
That's horrible.
I know, but if I had it enough, I might punch a good-looking.
we've been talking and we've had an idea.
Does it involve her, a lump of concrete and a canal?
No!
Then I'm not interested.
To help you get back into the swing of things, we thought you might like to run our Paul's business for a while.
I don't need charity.
Oh, well, you tried.
Do you want money for a flat or not?
The fact is, Daryl, we now realise we need you.
And why's that?
Because we're girls and running a business.
It's a man's job.
I thought you'd see that.
Ah, well, you was all right running that caff. I mean, that was just cooking. But you name me one successful businessman who was a woman.
Put me there.
Would you mind stepping in then?
Well, I don't know.
But we know it'd only be temporary until you work out what your own plans are.
Well, maybe a couple of weeks.
We understand if you can only do it for a couple of days.
Here's the details of today's job. The client's name's Mr. Parsons. He won't be there when you get there, but he's going to leave the side gate open. The lads will meet you at the builder's merchants, and I've made a list of everything you need.
I have done this sort of thing before, you know.
Of course you have, darling.
Now, look, I can save you a few quid here straight away. Now, there's no need to lay out for all these tiles. I've got a couple of hundred in the garage.
They're polystyrene.
So?
We need them to line the swimming pool.
Oh, swimming pool ones are smaller, are they?
No, they're waterproof.
No, he was just winding you up.
There she is. There's Marcus's whore. Let me have the bitch. I'll rip her hair out by its multicoloured roots.
Hey, Dan Tiger, you ain't going to find out nothing if you dive in with both fists flying. You'll be a bit more slippery.
Yeah, have a look. She's pushing twins. How do we keep you short, Dor? Too busy fertilising her allotment.
Home wrecker.
That's rich. How many married men have you lifted your 90 for?
Only ever a harmless diversion. I never had their children.
Lying in the flesh, would she, Dawn?
Yeah. Marcus could have at least had the courtesy to dump you for a looker. Can't do much for your ego, eh, Dor?
Nonsense. I am a glamorous woman. Obviously, Marcus felt threatened by that and is more at home with ugly. Only you'd known, eh, Sharon?
That's one explanation. Though I reckon after being married to you for 25 years, a seasoned-up hyena would start to look good. Please, why duck? What are you ducking for, Trace? You don't know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to stop you watching the bill.
Follow that slut, Tracy. I think we could go a little faster.
No, there's kids about.
Well, put your foot down, they'll soon scatter. I don't believe this. We are being outpaced by a woman with a double buggy. I'll be quicker on foot.
Suit yourself.
I don't believe it. We've lost them. Driving is pathetic. Who the hell are you?
Have a look, Trace. Have a look. Where's Daryl and the boys? The lorry should be parked there and the place should be awash with workmen flashing their cracks.
Maybe they've gone for more supplies.
They only started this morning. It takes them that long to remember which end of the shovel to hold. I reckon there's two possibilities. Either they've been abducted by passing aliens or Daryl's taking the boys down the pub. Shall we toss a coin?
There'll be a simple explanation. Hello, Daryl. Where are you, darling?
The address is here, plain as day, 24B Lake Road.
No, darling. That says 24 Blake Road.
Well, it's an easy mistake to make.
It's only reading, for Christ's sake! Didn't the little alarm bell start to ring when you
Sharon. There's no real harm done.
Are you serious? What do you think these people are going to do when they get home and find a dirty great pit where their garden used to be? Nominate us for hearts of gold?
You can always blame it on the dog.
Shut up! Look, all we have to do is fill it in and relay the lawn.
And rebuild the ornamental pond.
What ornamental pond?
The one that was right in the middle of this hole here now. Nice it was, waterfalls and fountains.
You do realise that if these people decide to sue, we are going out of business. And I hope you remember whose fault it is.
Ow.
Happy now?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, take it out of me. Anyone else want to have a pop?
I think this bloke's at the front of the queue.
Welcome home, sir. You're going to laugh when I tell you what's happened. He'll be all right. He's probably clinging to a bar stool somewhere. Chris always got legless when he was in the doghouse. He'd wander in at some ungodly hour, make a feeble attempt at love-making, and finally pass out. Then about midday, he'd wake up and slither home to me. There he is. Now, whatever you do, don't let him see that... Daryl!
That's all right, babe, I'm fine.
That you're bothered.
Where have you been all night? I've been worried sick.
I wasn't coming home till I sorted out the mess I made.
Look, it doesn't matter about that.
Of course it does. Sharon was right. If that bloke had sued, he could have cleaned us out. I've got to prove to you I'm not a total washout.
You don't have to prove anything to me, Daryl.
Well, I've done it anyway. Do you remember Dodsey, the butcher of Balham? Nice bloke, kept rabbits. He was in Maidstone the first couple of years me and Chris was there. Oh, look, anyway, the point is he's now an international restaurateur. Well, he's got a hotel in Epping anyway. No, dead legit. So I went to see him last night. I've talked him into putting in a pool.
Well, just like that?
Yeah. Well, he was thinking about it anyway. See, I took real good care of him when we was inside, so as soon as I told him I was in the game, he gave us the contract.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see him at 1 just to cross the I's and dot the T's, but I've got to get him lunch. I'm skint. Couldn't sub me, could you?
Of course I can.
50 quid would do it.
I'm not having you look a cheapskate. Here you are. You can have 100.
Oh, great. Only it's business, so could I have a cheque off the business account?
No problem. There you go.
I
Cheap stuff.
hope you got enough in there to cover it.
Ah, it's over 15 grand in here.
Oh, I'll let him have a pudding then, eh?
Hi, how you doing? Oh my God! Are you okay? Oh, I shouldn't have stopped with the buggy there. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm fine. Really.
Are you sure?
You don't know who I am, do you?
Sorry. Should I? Oh, you're the barmaid from the King's Head.
Yes.
Looks like you've twisted your ankle. Oh, come in and let me put a cold compress on it for you. It's just across the road.
Thank you.
Sorry, I don't know your name.
It's Sharon.
You really should keep the weight off that ankle at your age, Sharon. How's it feeling?
Oh, fine. Loosening up all the time.
I hope it's going to be okay for you to work. I know you have to walk miles behind that bar every night. I worked in a pub when I was at college. Not like the King's Head. It was horrible, full of young guys who spent the night trying to grope you.
Where was this?
Chief in Wanstead.
Just making a note to avoid it. I've just been looking at that charming photograph. Your husband?
Yes, that's my Marcus.
What a coincidence. My husband's called Marcus, too.
It's not a common name, is it?
You're not expecting him, are you? I don't want to intrude.
Don't worry, he won't be home till late. He works all hours. Up until quite recently, he was always having to take long business trips abroad.
Really? How long have you been married?
Actually, we're not.
How long have you been together?
Just over 3 years. My eldest is from my previous marriage.
And how did you meet? Oh, I'm being terribly nosy, I know, but I love to know how people got together. I'm just a silly old romantic.
I was a physiotherapist and Marcus came into the clinic for treatment. He had a persistent groin strain.
Did he get one of those?
Seeing me didn't do it much good. Inside a month, I was aggravating the condition.
Do you think you will get married one day?
Well, funnily enough, he suddenly started talking about doing it quite soon. It's been good for us to wait, though. We both had pretty awful experiences in the past. My first husband wasn't much of a catch, but Marcus was hitched to a real witch by all accounts.
Really?
Her name was Dorian, a complete cow. Grasping, self-centred.
There are two sides to every story, of course.
Well, apparently, so he tells me, she was frigid. I'd love to have met her, but she's dead. Oh, you all right? Good job, Marcus says. She was bungee jumping. Her elastic got damp and rotted, and she was splattered all over Brighton seafront. Marcus is a sweet, gentle man. But every time he talks about it, he can't help giggling. Thought it was too good to last. That sounds like little Marcus.
Oh, you call him that too? Well, I felt sorry for her. She's just a dull, dreary little housewife who hasn't the nous to see she's being deceived.
No, she's just innocent. You can recognise deceit because you've been practising it all your married life.
Except this time it's Marcus deceiving you. A case of the biter bit.
More like the slapper slapped.
Where was you last night?
I stayed here. Not that it's any of your business.
Well, it might have been polite to phone, let me know you weren't coming back to the flat.
You ain't got a phone.
You could have rung my sister, who could have rung Costas, who could have rung George and sent Tony round.
Why didn't I think of that?
So, what about tonight? Or have you done what you said and wormed your way back in here?
I ain't worming my way back anywhere. Thanks for asking, Chris.
Well, let me know, will you? So I know whether or not to get another chair in. Darryl in, Trace.
He's out doing business. He's negotiating as a big pool contract.
Oh.
Apparently.
And what's that supposed to mean? Worm?
Nothing. It's just you've got an indestructible blind spot where that old man of yours is concerned. I just prefer to wait and see.
Isn't it a little soon out of prison to be doing business deals? Probably agree to do the job of 500 snout and a rub up against the governor's secretary. Oh, I don't believe I said that. I better spend more time at the tennis club.
When Darryl pulls off this deal with Dodsey, I am going to want apologies.
Dodsey?
Yeah, you remember him. You was in Maidstone with him. He's an international restaurateur now.
Really?
Right. 60 grand is agreed.
Hold up! Still using the same office then, Dodsey?
What's the bubble doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing here?
Ah, so it's Moody Notes, is it? I might have guessed it wouldn't be swimming pools.
You what?
Long story. What do you want, Chris?
I've come here to stop you making the biggest ricket of your life. We're still under licence for 4 years. You get caught with counterfeit cash, they'll bang you up again and throw away the key.
Oh, it ain't got religion now, is it? Jesus got you for a sunbeam, has he, Bubble?
Look, I can't cut it going straight, all right?
Yeah, you've been trying for at least a fortnight.
Tracy deserves the best, and this is the only way I can give it to her.
What, you think she's going to appreciate this? Look, I can't promise anything, but you walk away now. I'll have a word with the manager of the pizza parlour, see if I can get you a delivery job.
You're just not getting it, are you, Chris?
Have you finished now, Jiminy Cricket? Can we do our deal, please? Right. Now then, there is 60 grand here, Darryl. At a discount rate of 25p in the pound, that is going to cost you 15 large. Aha. You've got it then.
Yeah, I didn't spend 18 months banged up with a con artist and not learn how to forge a cheque.
That's the girls' money!
Shut up.
Stop worrying, Zorba. Look, these little beauties are so good, it's almost criminal. Well, it is criminal, but not even the Governor of the Bank of England himself's going to spot these.
Ah, go on then, give us a fiver's worth.
Oh, go, man, spend a tenner. I promise you, nothing can go wrong. When I said nothing...
No, I'm just a pizza boy, mate. Who ordered the spicy hot one?
Daryl Kevin Stiles and Christopher Theodopolopoulos.
He's innocent. Stupid, but innocent.
Save your breath, Shell. The Ponce ain't interested.
If there is one more outburst like that, I will find you both in contempt. I feel bound to say how disappointing it is to see you both re-offending so soon after your release from incarceration. Clearly, your previous sentence has taught you no respect for the law of this land. Therefore, I feel compelled to hand down the maximum punishment for this crime allowable under law: 6 years imprisonment. This will be added to the remainder of your previous sentence, which means you will each go to prison for a total of 10 years. Take them down.
Tracy!
Trace, wait for me.
Mum.
What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do
When I'm alone.